everybody, it's Emily. I am currently in my bedroom with the dogs. There's one and the other. She's a mess. I just thought I would jump on and film a quick video for you guys. One of the questions that I get asked most about at KJ, other than dance, and I know Miss Lexi gets this as well, is how do you do your French twist? We have filmed videos before and put them on Instagram, but I figured this would be a great opportunity to give you a chance to practice it and for me to show you kind of step by step exactly what I do, and hopefully it works and it's helpful. For you older kids, it would be a good thing for you guys to learn how to do as well. You never know later down the road if you're going to be expected to do one. Come on. So, that being said, I also filmed earlier today I was at Katie's house, and we filmed a video using her daughter Phoebe, and I did a French twist on her as well, and a bun, because I also know that buns can be a little tricky. So I'll give you all the tips and tricks that I have, and hopefully it works for you, and let's get started. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take a hairbrush and just slightly brush back into a ponytail. Doesn't need to be too fancy or too high, but just get it kind of off their face. I sometimes like to use my fingers. Get it off their face so that it's just pulled back. And then got my little rubber band. You're doing good, Phoebes. And I put it into a nice, pretty high little pony. This would be good for a jazz class, a hip hop class, just something that's off of their face so it's not getting in their way. For a ballet class, we're gonna do a ballet bun. So, from there, I would take my dancer's hair and just lightly twist, 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 twist into a nice, tight little donut. All of this extra hair, I just kind of fold underneath, so it just makes a circle instead of going around and around and around. And then, 2 little bobby pins. 1 in the bun, in the ponytail, and through the middle. And then I do the same on the other side. In the bun, in the ponytail. You're doing good, Phoebe. And through the middle. Just like so. If your dancer has a little more hair or a little longer, maybe 4. So 1 on the bottom, in the bun, in the ponytail, through the middle, and then 1, sorry, trying to get my bobby pin, on the top, in the bun, in the ponytail, and through the middle. When you wrap the hair too tight around, it kind of creates a cone, and then it falls and it flops. But if you just wrap it once around, just like so, it makes a cute, tiny little bun. And that's your ballet bun. Nice and easy. That was so good. Do you like it? Yeah. Yeah. High five. My girl. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. 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 Okay, so first things first, you're going to take your brush and just kind of comb out whatever little knots. Phoebe doesn't have that here. It's pretty soft. Is your hair soft? Yeah. Yup. Pretty soft. So, once you've combed it out, I like to again use my fingers. If we're doing a performance, which we might be one day soon, hopefully, give it a little spray. Can I spray you? Yeah. Yeah. Little spray just to wet it down so you can get rid of all of the little bumps and flyaways. And then again, comb it straight back. I like to go from my ears. From my ears, I like to go straight back. So that's where my ponytail is gonna start. So it's not starting too low, it's not starting too high, it's just going straight back. So I'm gonna brush Phoebe's hair just, oops, sorry, that was your ear. Just the same, straight back. I have a comb, you can use a brush. What are you doing? What are you doing? You silly goose. Again, straight back. I'll gather up all the rest. Okay, can you sit still like a statue?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, set, go. From there, I've got my ponytail. All right, oh, are you sitting still like a statue?
Yeah.
Okay, oh.
Freeze, Phoebe.
Freeze, Phoebe, freeze.
Freeze.
From there, I like to take, here might be, there you go. I like to take the hair and wrap it around my finger so it makes like a little tornado going straight up. The rest of this hair, can you see it? Mm-hmm. I take it and I flip it down next to the tornado and in. So you've got a nice little tornado. Then I'll take my bobby pins, I put it in the tornado, into the hair, and flip. So it stays nice and secure. One more time. Into the tornado, into the hair, and flip. That's what gets your French twist nice and tight. Now on the top, I like to have a little bun. Phoebe's got a little baby bun. And I'll do the exact same thing. Into the bun, well, oh, freeze! Into the bun, into the hair, and down. Just like so. Can I have that one that's in your mouth, silly goose?
Meh.
Yeah. So one more time. Into the bun, into the hair, and flip. Okay, so first things first, I've had my hair in a French twist pretty much all day, and I use very few bobby pins, but that's also because I am not dancing around, sorry, it is a mess, too much, and I can get it to stay pretty well with just a few. My favorites that I like to use, I like these kind of bobby pins. You can get these at Sandy's. You can order them online at any kind of dancewear store. They come in different sizes. Here's like a little baby one. They work really well if you have thicker hair or longer hair. I'm kind of an in-between. My hair's not overly thick, it's not overly thin. It's just kind of is what it is. You can also get these. I actually think I found this one probably just at the studio somewhere, if I'm being honest. Another good one to get are these. This one is stretched out, but they normally come closed and they hold really well. The other option, and I'll use some of these as well just for reference, are these just tried and true little guys. So the way I start mine, if I were doing a performance, I would use a brush, part it on whichever side you're supposed to part it on, but for class, I'm pretty lax. I like to take it and make a ponytail kind of in the middle. So when you're doing a French twist, basically all it does is spiral up, and you want to try and keep the spiral part as straight as possible. And I find for myself that doing my ponytail in the middle has been the easiest way for me to do it. Everybody's different. I know Miss Lexi starts hers at the bottom and pulls upwards, and she can get it very straight. But for myself, it's just what works easiest. And it's the way that I was taught to do it, so it's the way that I've always done it. It has taken me a while to figure out the right way to do it for myself, and that just came with wearing a very ugly twist for a very long time until I could get it right. So again, I like to take mine, turn around so you can see. I like to take mine and I follow kind of where my ears are. So I follow straight back so that my ponytail is in kind of the middle of my head. And I just pull it all up with my left hand holding it. From there, I take my right hand and I twist it around my left hand. I like to use my left hand for guidance. You can very easily just twist it straight up, but again, I like to use my left hand for guidance. So I take my left hand and I twist my ponytail around my fingers so that when I release, it's already starting to go into kind of a twister shape. Now, you don't want to twist too tight. Once you get it too tight, there's not a whole lot of wiggle room. So try to keep it loose. Again, ponytail. I think I've been doing it so long that it just kind of falls into place. I've also had my hair up all day, so that might help, but ponytail in the middle of my head and twist around my left. 1, 2, sometimes I go a third time on the way up. Now from there, once I can feel that my shape is in the right place, I take the top, so basically everything else, and I use my left hand to hold, and I flip it down, and then from there to get all of this inside here, I take the top of the twist, I hope you guys can see it, and I flip it. Flip it on the inside so that everything extra is on the inside. Now, the bun doesn't always come out just right, and that's where pinning can come in. So, one more time, my low ponytail. Again, another good thing to think about is you don't want your twist, the top of your twist, to be too low. If you are looking at yourself, and I'll do this, I'll show it again, but if you're looking at yourself from the front, you want to be able to see the very tip. Does that, I think that makes sense. That way you're creating that nice, long, lifted line that you use in ballet. So, last time, I take it in a low pony, twist around my left hand, once, twice, sometimes 3, and I take the top, flip it down, and flip it inside. So I end up with a little bun on top, and everything else will eventually go inside. Don't worry about this for now. I'll tell you exactly what you need to do here in just a second. So I have my twist, been holding it. I've got my bun on the top, and then my nice little tornado on the bottom. I then take, just because of the direction that I twist my hair and where I guess my hair would naturally part, this tends to sometimes flop over. So I like to secure it down. I take a bobby pin, it can be any bobby pin, and I go into the bun, into the side of my head, and push it in. And this just kind of secures this part of the twist for me. And then I like to pin kind of the bun a little loose, that way I can work on the end and I don't have to have both hands up. From there, I take another pin. I'm going to use this guy, and I go into the side of the twist, and then I flip. The flipping is what gets your twist tight. Right now my twist feels very loose. If I let my hand go, it would mess up. So putting into the twist and flipping is the best way I found to hold it on into place. So again, into the twist, or this is the bun part, but it's the same. Grab a little bit of that hair on the bottom and flip it in. And then you can kind of maintain that bun shape on the top. For everyday class, that's normally as much focus on as I do for teaching. But for right now, I'm going to just secure it a little bit more. I have one of these into the bun or the twist, a little bit of hair, and flip it in. I like the top secure, that way, again, I can let go and go freely. I'm gonna turn around so you can see how I do the back. Okay, so the back, you can see you've got all this extra. It's not really secure down here, but I've got my bun on top. So to get rid of all of this stuff and secure the very end, I basically just take this and stuff it inside the rest of the twist. So I'm pinning hair over top of the loose. That's gonna help keep it nice and secure. So I'm gonna take another bobby pin, got one of these, and same, I go into the twist, hope you can see, into the twist, press it into the side of my head, and flip. That one felt really tight, so I hope you can see that it did tighten up. Once I get kind of closer to the bottom of my twist, I go smaller, and I do the same thing. Into the twist, and kind of pull it across, and flip. And that's how I do my French twist. I also thought, as I'm gonna take this out, thought I would share the way Miss Lexi does her French twist. Hers are a little different than mine. Still correct, still beautiful, still same kind of look that you're going for, just a different way of doing it that might be easier for you. So she starts the same way. She grabs a ponytail, and from there, grabs a ponytail and she twists straight up. Now, the difference between Miss Lexi and myself is she does not flip any of this. She starts pinning right away. So, gonna grab a pin and just start pinning the tornado. That way it's nice and secure. Grab another guy, same thing, put it in and flip. So it starts getting the twist part of the French twist nice and tight. Grab little guy into the bun, push it through and twist. Now once she gets her twist secure, I'm gonna kind of tilt my head. She continues the bun around the top. And she takes this and stuffs it right inside. So the bun is on the very top. So there's no flipping, there's no twisting, and then she secures the bun the way you would normally secure a bun. Does a couple pins around, in, flip, twist. Miss Lexi is much better at this version than I am, but this is the gist. So she pins the tornado first and then does a bun on the top. But the look and the feel is the exact same. Nothing too much different. The other question that we get a lot is, how do I do a ballet bun? And ballet buns are tricky. A lot of times you will start with pull this out. You'll start with the ponytail, and a lot of mistakes that happen are you think that you have to twist and twist and twist and twist and twist, and then you kind of end up with this not so secure knot on the top of your head, and that's when the buns tend to fall. The way I do it, sorry, my dogs are crying because they want attention, but the way I do it is I again follow my ears and kind of my jaw as well, and I go straight up. So I have a nice high ponytail, just like with a French twist. You want to see the crest of the bun when you're looking straight ahead. So I start with the ponytail, nice and high, and just regular old rubber band. If you were doing this for like a performance, you would gel and hairspray and brush and make it nice and neat. My hair is a little dirty, so it's going up pretty easily. All right, so I've got my ponytail secured. So for the bun part, I have my ponytail. I start to twist my ponytail. Doesn't matter which direction you're going, and I don't twist too tight. I just make a little loop. From there, I take all of this extra hair and I put it underneath. You can see I put it underneath my loop, so it's nice and secure. You're gonna pin all of this down, so it's gonna help keep your bun from falling out, and then you won't have to use a million bobby pins all shoving into your head. I know that's painful. So from there, my bun should look like a little donut. It's okay if you can see the rubber band. No one's gonna be looking. And from there, I kind of pin it the same way I do a twist. I kind of do it in fours. So I start right, left, top, bottom, and then I pin in between if I need to. So I take all my leftover hairs on the inside. I take my bobby pin and I put it in the bun and flip it down. The dogs are crying, so I'll try to make this quick. On the other side, I go in the bun and flip it down. This way I also know that no hair is gonna fall out. I know it's inside, so I'm pinning over all of the extra hair that I have. The top, I go in the bun to my head and flip it down. And then I do another one kind of on the bottom. I just feel where it needs to be, and I go in the bun and flip. And there is my ballet bun. And there you have it. I hope this video was helpful and informative. If you do have any questions, just leave a comment down below. And practice. I would love to see you guys come in, you older ones. Learning how to do your hair is really helpful for your parents, and parents for your younger ones. I hope this was helpful. We wear buns for ballet classes and performance a lot of times, and I know that buns can be tricky, and there are a lot of different tools that you can use. I know some parents like to use the bun makers. I personally cannot figure those out for the life of me, so just tried and true is the easiest, but it does take practice. So if you don't get it right the first time, just try it again. I promise it gets easier as you go along. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. I miss you very much, and hopefully we get to see each other soon. And I cannot wait to see everyone with a French twist and their buns when we finally get back to the studio. Have a good night.